Welcome back to day 51 of the Locked In series where I try to make 10k in September. It's the 15th of August today, and I just realized that a lot of my friends are going to college, and those who aren't are going to the army for a year and then they're going to college. Meanwhile, I'm here in fucking in Guadeloupe, an island here in the Caribbean. In my little bungalow over here, I got my outside kitchen that I gotta do the dishes in. Let me go inside. Here's my little room, my little bungalow. Have some candles here because I had a power outage the other day. But basically, I wouldn't have it any other way, honestly. And I feel so much more fulfilled here. And let me tell you why. So to take it from the start, I grew up very comfortably. I had two parents in the household, food on the table every day, roof over my head every single day. Had an easy time in school, went well for me. I had my video games, I had my League of Legends, my Counter-Strike every single day I came home from school. And on Fridays and Saturdays, I always had my sour cream and onion bag of chips. And then we got into high school, same thing basically, started partying or whatever. Started drinking, doing the things you do on a party. Eventually, I met a girl, and she became my girlfriend. And then we're moving into my last year of high school. And during that summer, I spent a week with my girlfriend in Cyprus. And then she had to leave back home to Sweden, and I was still there in Cyprus for another week. And honestly, I started going a little bit insane, because I thought I would be in a very, very different situation going into my last year of high school. Because for some reason I've always, thought that I would be very successful. I guess most people do. But I'm the type of guy who grew up watching, Hamza self-improvement on YouTube, meditating, working out, all of that stuff, and really thought I was gonna be a prodigy. I'm gonna be so successful when I'm 18, and I wasn't. I really wasn't. I was just turning 18. My video editing business that I had kind of started was completely shit. I hadn't made more than 500 in a month. It just wasn't. It wasn't where I thought I would be, and it was very, very painful to realize that. And I remember, like, a distinct change that happened in me there when I realized that, okay, I'm going back to school in like 2 weeks. This is it. Like, this year I make a change, or I just become like everybody else, and I grow up to hate my life, and and I just regret everything. So what I did, as anyone would do, I started an online business, video editing to be more exact. I was lazy as fuck, so it didn't really go that well. I had a lucky month eventually in December, where I made 1k, but before that I just stopped going out, stopped partying, stopped drinking. I dialed in the gym. I was still with my girlfriend, right? But she was still going out and stuff, and that was a problem that I knew was gonna blow up on me eventually. In December I made like 1k. I kept working on my business. I started fighting with my girlfriend around that time, around that New Year's flip, because she wanted to go on like skiing, partying trips with her girlfriends, and I was like, hell no. Like, I said no. We fought so much. Eventually she didn't go, and then that and the other, but she still went to parties and stuff, and I didn't like that. And to be fair with you, we just weren't really a good fit anymore. At the time we met, We were very similar, I guess, both partied and whatever. But eventually, I started my business. I started taking my life more serious. I really focused on like, what do I actually believe in? What do I actually want from my life? What are actually my values? And then I realized like, okay, maybe like me and this girl aren't for each other. But I still stuck together with her, and I kept working on my video editing business. I made like 1.5k in what was it, March or April, like the semester I was gonna graduate. So I was like, yeah, this is going well and stuff. But then the relationship really started going downhill. Like we were fighting like crazy, probably on average 2 hours of fighting per day on the phone. Just oh, blah, 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 don't go to the party. Come on, why are you doing that? And it really broke me, man. It fucked up my business. I lost all of the momentum I was building up, because I was starting to get a lot of like calls and sales calls with people, speaking to people, new opportunities. But yeah, I also had that 5k in May goal stuck on my wall in red letters, and I know all my family saw it and everything. And as it went on, me and her kept fighting. We broke up like 2 times, got back together again both of those times, and things started leading up to my graduation. And I still wasn't where I wanted to be. Man, it was very, very much not like I had thought it to be that year ago in Cyprus, when I was finally gonna make a change in my life. I was still not where I wanted to be. And I remember, seeing that goal since I was moving. I moved to a different part of the city I lived in, or yeah, the capital city of Sweden. And I remember that paper where it said 5k in May 2024. Seeing that paper in one of the movie boxes, and my dad pointed it out and he said, "Remember that?" And I looked at it and I was like, "Yeah, huh?" And he was like, "Huh?" And it really hit me like, man, again, I'm not where I want to be in my life. So it kind of really got me started to think. And honestly, I think this period of my life was the part of my life where I had the absolute most, like, I don't want to say depression or anxiety, but mental anguish is the correct word. Like in May, start of June 2024, like the final exams were starting to roll around. I had to study a lot for it. Luckily, I didn't have to study a lot because I always had an easy time in school. But I definitely had to up my workload. I kind of had to put my video editing business on the back burner. And honestly, I was making like 500 a month at that point. I had like one client. It was shit. And I was still fighting with my girl, and we had disagreements going into the summer, and started talking about like after graduation, and it was like, yeah, it was shit. Honestly, at that point we had already broken up twice already, so it's not like the relationship was was the best, so to speak. And yeah, I just, all that pain, all that thinking, all those late nights fighting, and then waking up 5 hours later to go to school and study and whatever, it just led me to a breaking point, man. And I just looked over my future and I was like, I'm graduating in like 2 weeks. What the fuck do I want from my life? Honestly, I've always gone around talking shit about I'm gonna be rich because whatever reason. But I'm gonna be rich, I'm gonna be better than other people, this, that, and the other. So I just decided one day, like, you know what? this ain't for me. This ain't for me. And I said, fuck college. I'm not going to college. I didn't say fuck you to my girlfriend, but I broke up with her. I don't have anything bad to say about her, other than that maybe we weren't a good fit. But yeah, I had to break up with her, and honestly, that was the hardest thing I've done in my life. I waited up so many times, talking to my friends so many times about it, like, yo, bro, I don't know what to do. Calling my friend, talking to him about it. Shout out to my friend Johan. I love you, man. But yeah, I was fucked up for so long, but eventually I did it, and it felt so good, man. It felt so good to have broken up with her. But obviously, it always hurts to break up with someone, or just lose someone that you loved or love. And obviously that hurt me for a while. And yeah, luckily I graduated about a week after I broke up with her, and I spent a lot of time with friends and stuff. Kind of had a last night on my graduation night where I chilled with my friends. I was at Joan's house, and him and his friends kind of just drinking wine and talking about the future. Then we went to another friend's place and we chilled in the hot tub until sunrise, like 9 a.m. Then we stumbled back home, and yeah, after that I was like, I've got nothing. I'm at rock bottom now. I don't have a girlfriend. I have no sense for the future. My video editing is shit. Like, my video editing business is not making any money. I've kind of lost a lot of muscle here. Like, I haven't been training too much. Seriously, I've been running a bit because I said I was gonna run a marathon, but I didn't do it because I got sick and I was too broke to pay the marathon fee. And so basically, I was a failure. I hit rock bottom. I didn't have anything. All my friends were going other directions. And yeah, it wasn't hard. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't hard. Because it was planned. And I knew that was where I was gonna be. Because I knew that rock bottom is solid ground. It's only from rock bottom that you can start building a foundation. And that's what I did, man. And that's why I started this series. And I call it the Locked In series because I just felt like that was the most appropriate word. Now it's time to lock in. And I yeah, the first like 2, maybe 3 weeks of this series, I was honestly like crying every single night about my girl. But eventually that passed, as do most things. And yeah, slowly starting to improve. I invested in a sales program to learn sales. I decided to not do video editing anymore. And when I told that to my client, I was like, hey man, I'm gonna start doing sales. I'm not gonna do video editing anymore. He was kind of happy. He was like hyped for me, and I was like, what the fuck? He's a really cool guy, by the way. And I'm here with him right now. He's in the bungalow next door. And we came here together because he was like, yo, that's sick, man. Do you want to join me, go to Guadeloupe and we can work and stuff there? I was like, fuck yeah, I'm down. So now I'm here in Guadeloupe. I don't know why I'm such a lucky guy and why things always fall into place for me. But things are starting to go better now. My outreach has started to show some little signs of fruit. And yeah, I basically have a good level of sales skill, as well as yeah, I just feel better about myself. I feel so much more purposeful in my life. I feel so much more fulfilled in my life. I feel like I'm finally on the right road, and I'm starting to see like the light at the end of the tunnel, which I've always seen, but like really starting to see how my life could materialize and how happy that makes me. And I really can't imagine the opposite right now. I can't imagine sitting in like a lecture hall. They're introducing everyone, saying, "Hey, welcome to this semester. Da 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 da. This year we're gonna be studying business." I couldn't do that. I would, bro. I don't think I would skip every class probably for first, but I just don't want to associate in those environments. Cause what I've learned coming out here with my friend, the guy did video editing before, who's an entrepreneur actually, really cool guy, really smart guy. What I've realized is this world is very malleable. Like, you see so many people on YouTube, in movies, whatever, do what they truly want to do with their life. But you never consider that you could be the one doing what you truly want to do in your life. If only you put in some work, man. The path that is laid before you by someone else is not necessarily the path that you need to take. So remember that. Because what's the point, man? What's the point of doing something that you don't really want to do? If you really think about it. Obviously, like, doing hard work is never gonna be fun, but like, in a bigger sense, what are you pursuing in your life? So I'm really happy with my life right now and where it's going, even though I guess it's a massive risk in my parents' book, and it's a massive risk in most normal people's eyes. But I think it's a way bigger risk to fucking go to school and pray for the best there, because the truth is there's more competition when you're average than when you're exceptional. And exceptional also comes with a lot of cons, but I'm ready to take them, and I'm starting to take them, and I'm enjoying it, man. Because really, every challenge that comes with trying to be exceptional, trying to go your own way, it's really just the opportunity to learn how to become the person that can go their own way and truly succeed in life. So it's not even a negative thing that it's hard. It just means that a lot less people go on that path, and you're gonna have less competition when you're there. So yeah, I'm really happy with the choice I made, and I think you should do what you really want to with your life too. That sounds cliche, but if you spend some time thinking about it, and really thinking about it, and understanding the fact that you can do whatever you want in your life, then your life could be a little bit better. So yeah, that's kind of the story of why I'm here in the middle of a Caribbean island in a bungalow while my friends are going to college. So yeah, my story is not written yet, or maybe in like a philosophical sense it's already written in front of me, but that's what I'm documenting here. And if you're interested in following me on this journey towards success, then subscribe down below, as well as follow me on Instagram. I want to post there, make some cool content there. And yeah, that's basically it for this video. I love you, I believe in you, and I'll see you tomorrow.